You can sit across from someone who's known you your entire life and still feel invisible. Not because they don't love you, but because what they see is not who you are. It's who they think you are. Their image, their version, a character in their story. And maybe, just maybe, that's not a flaw in the system. Maybe that is the system. We like to believe that we live in a world of truth, objective, solid, reliable. But what if we don't? What if the very foundation of our reality is built on illusion? Think about it. Look at history. At nations, religions, ideologies, they rise and fall on belief. Not on facts, not on proof, but on the invisible agreement that something has meaning. Because we say it does. A shared illusion becomes power. It moves crowds. It shapes laws. It defines reality. Even science, at its edge, admits the strangeness of perception. A sugar pill heals, not because of its ingredients, but because the mind believes in it. And that belief rewires the body. The fake becomes functional. The imagined becomes chemical. Placebo, they call it. But is that really a trick? Or is it the purest form of creation? What fascinates me most is how often people dismiss belief as something soft, as if only facts matter. And yet, look closely. Some of the people who achieve the most in life aren't the most intelligent or the most informed. They're just certain. They believe in what they're doing, even if no one else does, even if it makes no sense. And that belief pulls the world into shape around them. Their doubtless state creates movement. Their inner certainty becomes a gravitational field. Reality bends, not because they're lucky, but because they're unshakable. That's why the quote from The Matrix still lingers in the back of our minds. What is real? If it's what you can see, taste, touch, hear, then real is just electrical signals interpreted by your brain. And that brain, your brain, filters everything through what it expects to find. So yes, you can create something from nothing. Not through force, not through pretending, but through full alignment. Through belief that lives in the bones, not just the words. Because here's the truth. You can't fool the body. You can't fool the mind, or what we call reality. If you try to fake belief, to act like you trust something while deep down you don't, you'll feel resistance, tension, dis-ease, and eventually the illusion collapses. Because illusion doesn't respond to performance, it responds to essence. But that's where it gets dangerous. Because illusion isn't always light. It can trap just as easily as it can free. If you believe in the wrong story, even if you don't know it's wrong, you'll live inside a cage you never see. That's the dark side of this power. And that is what we'll talk about in the next video.